Chief guest of the day, Mr. Kharbanda, CEO Invest Punjab, Professor Renu Vig, Vice Chancellor Punjab University, Dr. Jatinder Arora, Director Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, Dr. Suri, Director TEC PU, Mr. Rohit Grover, other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, scientists, academicians, and my fellow friends from industry. Good afternoon to you all. In fact, I can't express the joy and pleasure of standing in front of you today before such an august gathering, where for the first time I see on a single platform, we see equal number of industrialists and equal number of scientists. Never ever, I think, in this part of the country this has happened. In fact, a few years back we envisioned that we will work to bring together academia and industry. Academia should work for industry and industry should work for academia. They should always come on a single platform, collaborate, and there should be a lot of transfer of technologies happening. And they become seamless with a common shared vision and a common goal. But then it looked like an almost impossible task. When we started, it appeared that the two actually come from different planets, one from Mars and one from Venus, and they will never come together on Earth. But there were visionaries, many of them present here, who took up on this task. So this conference is like a dream come true, not for me alone, but many present here. I can with pride, I can take those names. Professor Renu Vig, Dr. Jatinder Arora, Dr. Manu Sharma, Dr. Bakshi, Mr. Ankush, Dr. Suri, Mr. Jagmeet, Dr. Rupinder Tiwari. So all these guys, and I might be missing many more names, but I tell you, we all worked in unison. And I would like to congratulate each one of you present today that this conference is happening. This is getting a dream becoming a reality, and you are witness to the beginning of a new era which will be actually a lot of innovation, lot of technology transfers, and lot of academia and industry coming together on a daily basis. See, I tell you, we all know that the knowledge lies with the academia. Universities and institutes where all these scientists actually reside. And on the other hand, the industry is always struggling to keep pace with the ever-changing landscape of technology. But I tell you, on the other hand, when I see the academia, there are problems there also. A lot of research happening, but perhaps sometimes I see it is without any vision, without that getting converted into some meaningful commercialization and translation of technology. We actually want that we work for the nation, for the prosperity. So we started this program a year back where we formed 5 clubs. So these clubs there were 5 one was into engineering, pharma, agriculture, textiles, right, and IT. So these 5 clubs, the purpose was that scientists from one domain should be able to meet the industry from the same domain, and in a very informal kind of an atmosphere where they will sit, discuss, brainstorm on various technologies and the industry problems. And you know what happened? With every small get-together that we would do, the trust between the industry and academia started building up. Not only that, we saw a lot of real work happening, some technologies being transferred, some problems of the industry being solved. And I tell you that India can definitely become a superpower, can become a $5 trillion economy as our Honorable Prime Minister has envisioned. And we can actually fight the best, the most advanced nations of the world. We can compete with them. Unless we can't do it, unless we harness the energy, the knowledge, the innovation happening in the universities and getting it to the industry. Unless we commercialize them, unless we make them to work for the nation. So this conference actually serves a dual function. First, of course, that today we will be seeing around 100 technologies being transferred to the industry. That's one part of it. But the other main part of it is that we will see a lot of scientists and a lot of industry, kind of knowing each other so that they will be able to work in the coming future. So that's the purpose here. And post the conference, CII is committed to serve as a seamless interface between industry and academia. We will establish strong communication channels to ensure that the momentum so generated today continues and becomes stronger in the coming days. We will hold regular forums, workshops, and joint initiatives so that the harmonious coexistence that we dream of actually becomes a reality. So CII is dedicated to support academia by providing insights, by providing resources, by providing networking opportunities with the industry. And simultaneously, we from the industry side recognize the invaluable role of the academia which plays in shaping the workforce of tomorrow. So by fostering collaboration, we aim to create a two-way street where academia benefits from the expertise of the industry and industry comes with knowledge and innovation and benefits the academia. So with these words, I would like to thank everybody present here today and urge each one of you to make the best use of this opportunity. Thank you.
Very good afternoon of the dignitary are sitting across the dignitary, across the table, dais. Warm welcome to this great show, as rightly said by Dr. Singh, that today Venus and Mars are coming together, which basically used to be quite apart. One way we are seeing a large pool of academia who are the real knowledge generator. They have the knowledge with them. They have the skill with them, with the dedicated years and years of their dedicated work, whatever knowledge they have generated. Today is that right time that this knowledge is being basically converted to the real user, which are basically the wealth generation or economy progress of the country. So it's a very great day for the history of our northern region PU-TEC particularly. Of course, I think this type of event, what I can see, is going to be first of its kind, where nobody has seen such a large pool of industry, a large pool of academia. They have come and joined together so that whatever academia have with their under the shelf, over the shelf, it should come to the surface, and the industry should happily take that whatever they have generated. So coming back to the basically this two pillar of the society, or the knowledge generator or the wealth generator for the country, for the economic growth, the academia are very comfortable in their domain. They, whatever basically they have for the dedicated years of their lifespan, what they do, unfortunately, because of some lack of some institutional mechanism, they are not basically coming to the surface. But keeping that, Government of India took in a very big decision. Unfortunately, we have with us Dr. Anita, who is the leading instrumental for this type of basically facilitator where basically academia can come up and whatever they have to bring to the surface and to the industry. So Government of India through the Department of Science and Technology, few years back, they basically opened a couple of centers all over India. Today we are having around 22 centers all over India. These all centers are catering whatever in that region, whatever the technologies are having along with the institutions or academicians or the other whatever R&D organizations also, how basically this can be converted to the real commercialization way, so that basically industry come forward to take those technology, whatever academia have generated. So the DST opened through the Punjab University, through the Technology Enabling Center, is couple of center, and one of the center, I am very happy to announce that they have put, DST has put this center as a top position, number 1 position, is totally dedicated to mining the technology, whatever available with the academia, doing whatever the scaling of this technology is with the academia, doing the assessment of this technology, whatever is being available with the academia, and also basically bringing the industry, so through their contact, door-to-door contact, through their workshop, through their organized seminar, or through their basically making events, day-to-day event or time-to-time events. Now, this basically because of these dedicated efforts of the Technology Enabling Center, the industry and the academia are now feeling very comfortable. They were very now in the comfortable zone, so that basically they can see at least somebody is there who can facilitate them to bring their technology to the industry. And industry also feel very comfortable when they see somebody is there who are basically bridging the gap. So this, the Technology Enabling Center is making a point of contact for the industry as well as the point of contact for the academia, so that basically these two pillars can come together. As we all know that for the economic growth, academia are the main pillar for the knowledge generation, particularly through the knowledge generation, and industry are the main for the growth engine for the country, for the economy part. So now whatever this next generation of the development is going on in any institutions, this Technology Enabling Center is providing all type of assessment. They are basically approaching the institutes, researcher, academician, whatever they have with their hand, discussing with them if basically some sort of help is required in terms of the scaling up of the technology or providing some approval for the technology. So they are doing all sort of homework with them. They are making even the business model, and then they are going to the industry. So that basically industry feel very comfortable that at least somebody is helping them for not only for the basically providing the scaling up of the facility for the scaling up, also sort of some approvals are there, approval in the government institutions level and also approval from the local bodies level. So this is the major achievement of any technology enabling center, so that whatever technology has been there with the academia can go to the industries. So today I can very well see that large pool of industry has come to understand what basically academia are having with them, and this is a very good sign particularly and very big paradigm shift in any institutional academia relationship, what basically called. So I feel all the best for this today's program, what basically we are going to have, and I can very well foresee that at least few of the technology what has been presented or what are going to be presented in next one day will definitely see the light of some commercialization. And the most important part is the next day program, where the young entrepreneurs, around 250 or 200 entrepreneurs, young students will come to the same platform. Academia will present along before them whatever they have this technology with them, and then a business model will be made by the Technology Enabling Center, so that the startup doesn't feel any that shyness or any uncomfortableness that there may be some chances of the failure. No, because some business model will be made from the day one. Strength of the technology will be seen from the day one, so that basically this marriage between these two will take part for the longer time. So thank you once again very much, and I wish that this grand success of this show. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Suri. I would now request Dr. Jatinder Arora, Executive Director, Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, to talk on role of PSCST.
It's really encouraging. लोग आई जा रहे हैं. I would rather say कि कुर्सियाँ और लगाओ, please. So in fact, very happy to see overflowing, hall. I went to, before coming here, all the 3 halls where we were having parallel sessions. Manufacturing chite puri strength si. And 2 other halls, maybe, next event we have after this, the strength will build up, next year, or when we want to make it a continuous process. Talking of the role, PJ ji asked me to share more about. So, Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, as I'm sure all of you know, is the think tank of state government. Our endeavor is that initially our endeavor has been how do we bring state-of-the-art science and technology infrastructure in Punjab. Having, I would say, have achieved good success in that. Now the endeavor is that how the stakeholders of the whole ecosystem talk to each other. How do we have synergies, seamless synergies, as you, Vijay mentioned. Happy to share with you that in 2019, state government launched Mission Innovate Punjab, and we were given the responsibility to steer it. At that time, the rank of Punjab on India Innovation Index ranking framework was 10. We were the 10th most innovative major state of the country, and today it is 6th. It's, I would say, all because of the synergies that are being built up. The whole focus is on that. And if I talk of the, in numbers, the strength of the infrastructure, we have now 19 national institutions and central R&D labs in Punjab, 36 universities, 29 incubators. I think those are very big numbers. Industry, मेरे नालों ज़्यादा तो अनु figures पता है 2 lakh plus MSME we have. We have Kharbanda ji with us today. He's a very, very committed officer of the state government. Sir, ਅਸੀਂ देखा पिछे कि मतलब again talking of facts, in India the endeavor is that how do we increase the R&D expenditure of the country. That's one of the major indicators where the major economies of the world are ranked. And Punjab is India as a country is very low at that. In total, we stand at around 0.7% of our GDP in terms of R&D expenditure. And out of that also, the expenditure coming from private sector is close to 36-37%. Whereas in developed nations, it is close to 60-70% or more than that. So talking of Punjab, at the moment, tech-intensive industries, which figure at the national map, are only about 43 precisely. Whereas, all of you sitting here, I was talking to some of the industries here before coming. We have president of Mohali Industry Association. मतलब कोई innovation दी कमी है ही नहीं पंजाब in terms of industry. Why this such a small number? So we plan to map the tech-intensive industries in Punjab and want to actually know what are you investing in terms of R&D. What kind of R&D personnel you actually employ, so that we bring these facts at the national level, we bring these facts at the global level. So there, again, it's a cumulative effort. We are working together with Punjab University, carrying out this extensive study. And today's purpose is also, how do we actually do matchmaking in terms of R&D, that the technologies are being presented by the researchers here. that will be a motivating factor for industry to pick up the right kind of technologies or even get ideas to do their in-house R&D. Also, in addition to what we are doing today, there are many other efforts happening. PJji talked about the clubs. We also recently have set up a research cohort in one of the sectors, technical textile sector. And it was only 2-3 months, back to back, we talked to all the stakeholders, brought in the government officers from Ministry of National Textile Mission and so on and so forth. And last month, 23 crores grant has come to the state to strengthen this sector. Similarly, we can do for the other sectors. And also for taking care of intellectual property of industry and academia, I have a specialized setup, which is a DST supported center as well as the center recognized by World Intellectual Property Organization of UN. So please feel free to utilize these services for protecting your intellectual property. At the moment, the number of patents being filed, majority is from academia, 72%. So I would really like to see that in times to come, more and more patents, designs, trademarks are filed by industry as well. So these are the, some of the thoughts that come to my mind. And I would like to conclude by saying that we have also, Punjab is the first state which has come up with a dedicated state science technology innovation data portal or observatory, and close to 150 technologies contributed by various research institutions are listed there. And we also plan to highlight the pain points of industry and the challenges of government on that portal, so that best of the minds in the country and the world can have a look at those. And if you would want the solutions, please feel free to approach our teams, my own team. Many of my officers are here. The team from Technology Enabling Center of Panjab University. We would try to get the best of experts from wherever required to solve the pain points of industry. Thank you.
Dr. Anita Agarwal, Head DST Government of India, Professor Renu Vig, Vice Chancellor Punjab University, Dr. Shri D.P. S. Kharbanda ji, CEO, Punjab Bureau of Investment Promotion, and all other dignitaries present here. Myself, Sanjeev Kumar, AGM, State Bank of India, would like to thank you all for giving this opportunity to our bank. As you all know, State Bank is witness to the industry growth of this country since inception. We always stepped forward to accept and fulfill the ever-changing demands of our customers with changing times and technology. As our tagline goes, SBI, the banker to every Indian, we always focused on the socio-economic growth of country by taking all sections of society with us. The retail, corporate, forex, agri, SME, every sector has been taken care of by our bank. I am proud that SBI is considered as the most preferred bank when it comes to financing of industries, startups, and new ventures. Recently, government has also come up with various incentives to support the growth of industries, particularly startups. As the largest bank of our country, we are delighted to provide best services to our customers. Today, we are at CII, and I am sure Confederation of Indian Industry, in collaboration with Technology Enabling Center, Punjab University, will come up with innovative and out-of-the-box ideas to take forward the technology to working environment where dreams meet reality. I assure you all on behalf of our bank, SBI, that we are always there to support you in your journey to take your ideas from labs to industries. These words of American businessman Farah Gray always inspire us. Build your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build theirs. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjeev ji. And now for the keynote address, I would request Professor Renu Vig, Vice Chancellor, Punjab University.
Dignitaries on the dais, in the audience, academia and students, and representatives of various industries. I'm glad that in my life cycle I have seen this change, that there was a time when we used to have these workshops and seminars on how to bridge the gap between industry and academia. So it's great that that gap has been bridged and we are sitting together here. So earlier when we talked about bridging the gap, it referred to syllabus and the courses that we taught to our students, because the industry said that the students are not employable. And the academia said that every industry requires a different skill set, and we cannot provide so many skills to the students, and we are only focusing on building a strong foundation. We are giving holistic education, and according to the requirement of the industry, then student has to be trained by the industry. Plus, learning is a lifelong process, and I am an electronics engineer, and we have seen, our students working in software industry and computer industry. Technology is evolving very fast, and we have to learn all our lives. So at the university level, we try to bridge the gap by taking feedback from the industry and making some changes to the curriculum, incorporating internship for the students. But then, when the academia is working on some research projects or on futuristic technologies, then once that technology is there, or the proof of concept is there, or some working model is there, then next step is to commercialize that idea. Academia has the publications, patents, but they are not able to commercialize because we don't have the marketing skills. So only the industry knows that how the technology which has been developed, it can be commercialized, what kind of product should be there. So for that, industry has to come forward, and then a lot of fine-tuning, I'm sure, has to take place according to the requirements of the industry. But this can happen only when the industry comes forward. And normally, the academia, when they are doing research on futuristic things, then industry is not involved from day one. That is the scenario even now. Right now, in the morning only, some faculty of Punjab University shared with me that one of the faculty members at Nottingham Trent University has been awarded Royal Society Yusuf Hamid Visiting Fellowship, under which that faculty will visit India for 4 weeks in 2024. And this fellowship has been awarded to 4 UK scientists. And one of the scientists will be going to IIT Kanpur, other would be going to Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and third one will be going to Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, and fourth will be coming to Punjab University. In collaboration with PGI, they will be working on a project related to, wearable devices based on C-reactive protein sensors, so that, these wearable devices can be used for patients for detection of disease or for monitoring body chemistry. And some part of the project has already been done. Now it will be taken to the next level. But the thing is, once these sensors, C-reactive protein sensors, such sensors are developed, which can be used in a wearable device, and it would be non-invasive, so it can help the patients monitor their health and disease. Who will market that sensor or device, So industry has to come forward to do that. And academia, by and large, work like this only. There will be a collaboration between academicians of different institutions. International collaboration will be there. Funding will also be there, like here it is from Royal Society. Then we have, in India, we have Department of Science and Technology. Then we have Department of Biotechnology, and so many other funding agencies are there from where academia get the funding and they work on their futuristic ideas to come up with, better technologies. But those technologies have to be commercialized by industry. So Technology Enabling Center at Punjab University is doing this exercise. And this is one model, where academia is working on futuristic technologies, and then it is expected that industry will come forward and the technology will be commercialized. Other thing is that industry has some problems and academia has some solutions. So Technology Enabling Center has been conducting workshops where industry has been coming together and their problems have been identified. So Technology Enabling Center has mined a lot of more than 100 problems being faced by industry, and Technology Enabling Center is also encouraging academia to work on those problems, to find solutions for industry. Already we are talking about Industry 4.0. This revolution is going on across the globe, and I'm sure that we will also keep pace with the changes that are happening across the globe. And when we talk about Industry 4.0, basically we are talking about devices which will be used to make the processes smart and the product smart. So we are talking about using sensors. We are talking about deploying sensors for capturing data, and this data will be analyzed using AI and machine learning tools to make intelligent decisions. And this data will be maintained on cloud. And then there are other technologies like robots are there, and you must have already read in papers that there are hospitals which are going in for robotic surgery. So when we use these machines, then they are more precise and accurate than human beings. When a human being has to perform a surgery, maybe the hand of surgeon will go here and there. Maybe there will be some minute variation. But when it is a robot, then the robot will do the way it is programmed, and it would be very accurate. I can tell you, I can share with you my own story. I had multiple nodules in my throat, in my thyroid, and they were growing in size. So every time I used to go to PGI for checkup, they would tell me, you get your FNAC done. And when I got my test done and they were benign, so I went home happily. But then they were growing in size, and a time came when they were touching my windpipe. So then the surgeon in PGI, he was scolding me that you have been sleeping for the past 10 years, you should have got them removed. Now it has to be done immediately. And then we were thinking, that PGI is such a crowded place, it is very difficult to get an operation done in PGI, and we thought, let's go to Fortis and do it comfortably. And then when we went to Fortis, we realized that surgeon is coming from somewhere else, and there is no proper team. And then, somebody said that if something goes wrong, then they'll tell you to go to PGI. And then we thought, then we'll go to PGI in emergency, so better, do it there only. So according to our, judgment, I was in the best of the place to get my surgery done. But a night before, the surgeon came and told me that, I have done the surgery a lot of time, but you never know what happens at the last minute. It's my hand, If something goes wrong and when I'm pulling out your nodule, then maybe your facial nerves, they would be stretched. Maybe, something happened to your vocal cord and your voice can change. So it has happened. He tells me sometimes it happens. So I said, but I have come here because I thought that I am in the best of hands. He says, you are in the best of hands, but then there is this God, You never know what will happen at the last minute and what would be the outcome. So I'm just telling you that you should be prepared for everything. So after the surgery was done, then first thing he asked me, hello, Professor Vig, how are you? I said, I'm fine. He says, thank God your voice has not changed. He says, I was under a lot of tension that your voice is going to change and you are a teacher. I didn't want that your voice should change. So, but when a robot is doing the surgery, his hand will not go here and there. So it will be accurate and precise. So that is the beauty of technology. So these, when we are talking about using these solutions, we have seen this, drones are also there on the scenario, and in Punjab University also we have a lab set up by Aeronautics, General Aeronautics Bangalore. So they have developed drones for spraying fertilizers in fields. So again, it is about precision and accuracy. So when we are spraying fertilizers manually, we tend to overdo it. And actually that is the problem of so many diseases. We talk about these ulcers and cancers these days, and it is happening because of over-utilization of fertilizers. But when you train a drone to spray these fertilizers in fields, it would be done accurately. It would be done in an amount which is precise and which is acceptable. And so, the technique is much better than doing it manually. But then, the skill set of people have to change. People who are doing it manually, now probably they have to only learn how to monitor the drones. So skill set of people have to change. So skilling India is another objective before us. And just before this session, we were discussing that what can be done to provide skilled man force to our industry and to society. Just before coming here, we were having Chandigarh Science Congress in Punjab University, and Professor Balram Bhargav, who is the ex-Director General of ICMR, was there, and he shared the success story of India, how we overcame the challenges of COVID-19 pandemic, how we developed our own vaccine. And then he showed a picture where after independence, our health minister was being given a box by Canadian counterpart, and in that box were antibiotics. And now when we developed our own vaccine, we gave it to Canada. So that's how, the shift has happened. And in India, we already have that ecosystem where we are equipped to overcome our challenges. I can tell you, even in Punjab University, while this COVID pandemic was done and people needed these face shields in hospitals, and the traffic police required face shields to protect them from the virus, then those face shields were being made in Punjab University along with TBRL, and then how to, sanitize how to purify the air in rooms. So air purifiers were developed in Punjab University. So now is the time when we are equipped to handle all kind of challenges. So whether you look at our space mission, there also we have succeeded, and most of the components are being manufactured by MSMEs in India. Even when we talk about warships, that also now we are making in India, and 75% of the components are being manufactured by MSMEs in India. So I would say that the ecosystem is just right to promote this, that the future technologies on which the academia is working, MSME have to take the risk and come forward and make products and commercialize them, so that we are self-reliant and not dependent on other nations for small things. There is a sensor mission in India, and on every forum I keep on hearing that there is an institute which has been given a lot of money for this mission, and they are developing products which are using sensors. So, but then they are importing those sensors. So we have to, become self-reliant, and we have to make even our sensors ourselves. So for that, you people have to come forward and, work in collaboration with academia, because academia is equipped to work on futuristic technologies, and you have to come forward and start manufacturing here in India, so that instead of getting box of antibiotics from India, we send them the vaccines. So it should happen for every other product also. So I hope that this 2-day deliberations will be a step in that direction, so that in future academia and industry and MSMEs, they are aligned and connected, so that whatever academia is developing, industry is adopting, manufacturing and commercializing. Thank you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Professor Vig, for sharing your vast knowledge, your experience in the field of engineering, technology and science. And there cannot be a better person, you being an engineer yourself, and helping the university, pushing towards the industry. This is what we actually require, and we are in the right hands. But before I invite the next speaker, Dr. Anita Agarwal, Head Technology Development Transfer, DST, Government of India, let me briefly tell who is Dr. Anita Agarwal. Has extreme love for science and technology, has so much of passion, so much of commitment and so much of energy. Single-handedly, she might have done more for India than anybody else in India. That's how we see her. Every time when there is anything going on in the field of science and technology, she is always here. Thank you, Dr. Anita. Personally, heartfelt thanks, because you have contributed a lot to our dream of getting the industry and academia together. I invite you to speak on your field, and people are actually waiting to hear from you.
Namaskar to all, and thank you, Singh Saab, for such an elaborate introduction. I think you have raised the expectations of the audience also. So I am just an ordinary stakeholder and a partner in this whole event like all of you. So honorable dignitaries on the dais and the dignitaries who are sitting on the other side, like they are more important to us, they are more valuable for this whole ecosystem. So, I mean, if we look back, so when the country became independent, so at that time also the importance of technology and the participation of industry in taking the India forward through technology-led pathway was very well recognized. So, I mean, as since I see CSIR family also sitting here and participating in this event, So CSIR was that is Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, within quotes industrial research, was established, they came into existence much before DST. So that organization was established to do the relevant industrial research. So after that, in 1971, DST came into existence. And the presence of technology development programs and instrumentation or device development programs is as old as existence of DST. So after that, if we look back in 1983, technology policy resolution was passed. And in that also, the self-reliance in terms of technology was the key want that was mentioned in that document, and that was what is expected from all the scientists across the country. So that was the era when we were denied of critical technologies, and our scientists really worked hard and raised up to the occasion. And today we see a successful space mission, and we see atomic energy in all strategic sectors, we have made an indelible mark. All those scientists who are working in those organizations, they are the product of our this educational ecosystem only. The universities, the institute, the engineering colleges, the IITs, which are very much a part of our academic ecosystem. So from that ecosystem, that is a nursery where we have nurtured all those minds, and today they are delivering for the country. So if we look at DST, then on, we had a full-fledged science and technology policy in 2003. So there the aspiration that was given to our scientists or was set for the nation is to attain the academic excellence. And you all will be glad to know, as far as academic or knowledge output is concerned, which is measured in the form of scientific publications, we are third in the whole world. Only China and US are ahead of us. So whatever we have set for the goals for ourselves, or the targets that we have set for ourselves, we were able to realize it with the help of this academic community only. And now coming to DST. So if you look at DST, we have a very large stakeholder base. So we have different scientific funding programs which cater to the need of a grassroots level innovator who does not have any formal academic qualification, a school student from class 6 to 8, and going up to the high-end academic community like very accomplished and eminent researchers. So we have different programs for every segment of knowledge generators or innovators which are contributing to this large ecosystem. And industry is very much a part of it. So day before yesterday only, so for this Inspire Manak program, which is being run by DST, so school students were given awards for their innovative thinking. So when I visited that exhibition, I could see that a lot of sensitivity and awareness is there among the students also. So in this process, we are targeting around 10 lakh students within the country from 6 to 8 primary classes. So there we could see like they are quite sensitive to the issues which are faced by the industry, the environment, and all the scientific and innovation needs of the country. So they have come up with the solutions for, say, geriatric populations, or energy, or water preservation, water conservation, and wastewater management. So they are very well aware, and they are sensitized also. So ultimately, we are developing a good human resource who can really contribute towards finding solutions to the problem of the nation. And the next, when I come to, so we have an international collaboration component also, and we fund basic research also. And after that, so this is the first component, is the innovations chain, that is basic research. So after that, if you're looking for applied research, then we have around 4 or 5 platforms in DST, which are like catering to the needs of applied research and translational platforms. And then comes the, like, once you have developed a product, once you have a technology which is at TRL level 4 or 5, then what do academic researchers do with that? So to bridge those gaps, we have opened the incubators also in various academic institutes and across the country. So these scientific incubators So they help in incubation of technology-based startups. We also provide seed support, fund support to those startups through these technology business incubators. And apart from that, to have a good scientific infrastructure for technology development and for research also, we have a separate infrastructure program, and we fund around 300 crore every year through that program for creating the excellent infrastructure within the country. And you will be glad to know now all that infrastructure have been open to industries also. So wherever we are creating any good scientific infrastructure, we are insisting that that infrastructure should be open to the industrial clusters and the other scientific organizations or startups which are in the surrounding region, so that they are not in dearth of those testing facilities or those equipments which can be actually utilized if you have more number of users. So wherever we go, we see the underutilization of these high-end facilities in the academic institutes, as there are less number of users in academic institute if you give it to one institute alone. So my urge to industry is wherever any kind of scientific infrastructure is supported by any government funding agencies, we have instructed them to make guidelines for the usage by industry. So please feel free to use that infrastructure. And then coming to funding opportunities for the industries, we have Technology Development Board. So through Technology Development Board, the assistance is provided to industries in the form of loan and as well as equity also. So if your industry is looking for commercialization of any novel technology, or if they have some technology which they have purchased from abroad and they want to adapt it and commercialize it for the Indian population. So that kind of projects are also supported by Technology Development Board. So Technology Development Board provides funding in terms of 50% of project cost at a simple rate of interest of 5%. And after the completion of project, there is a moratorium period of 1 year, and then you have to pay the money back in some 5 or 6 installments. So the whole cycle of this loan is around 5 to 6 years, and it can be extended further depending upon the need of the industry, whether it is a startup or a bigger industry. So the government is fully aware of the needs of the industry, and at the same time, like from our side, we also know, I mean, if we develop any technology, government has no mechanism to take it forward to the end user. So industry is the only route, only channel through which we can take the technology to actual users. So we are fully sensitive to the issues that are faced by, technical issues at least, that are faced by the industry. And we are very open to any issue which is flagged by the industry and which can be resolved with our support through the academia across the country. So we are open to like all the suggestions and all the problems. So those problems can be collated and shared with us through our technology enabling centers. And wherever in the country the solution is there, or even if it has to be like imported from outside and adapted here, so through our collaborative programs, we can take care of that also. But it is very important to have good communication channels and good communication platforms like this. So where freely we can talk to each other and understand the issues which are being faced by the industry and how academia can resolve those issues. So maybe you may not find every solution in Punjab University or the 90 universities and other institutions located in your region. But the country is vast and we have diversity. So you may have that solution lying in, say, southern part of the country or the extreme eastern part of the country and being implemented there also. So we just have to reach out and then see what exactly our requirements are and how to get it here. And the other issue which was touched upon by the participation of private sector in R&D programs which are being implemented by Government of India. Many of you will be aware that an NRF has been approved by the Government of India during this previous parliament session. So DST is in the process of designing this National Research Foundation. So for this National Research Foundation, Government of India has allocated 14,000 crores for a period of 5 years. But the total budget outlay is 50,000 crores, and we are expecting industry to invest 36,000 crores in the whole endeavor over a period of 5 years. So we are trying to tap the CSR component of the industry. So that then there is an active participation and active stake of industry in the whole R&D ecosystem of the country. So it's not only about giving one way, it's about like having collaborative and having partnerships where we are at the equal footage. So apart from that, like starting from the grassroots level technologies, so we are also working on cutting edge technologies like cyber physical systems, Industry 4 platforms. So we have developed Industry 4 platforms at few places where actually they have been implemented in the shop floors of the factories. So this is not only working in silos in labs, but the systems have been actually implemented and successfully they are delivering in the field also. So these are the like few cutting edge programs where we have established 25 hubs in various academic institutions which are working on cyber physical systems. So there they are looking at these cutting edge technologies like IoT and then big data science and machine learning, artificial intelligence. So all those topics are being covered by those hubs. So if anybody is interested in these technologies like robotics, so using these technologies, they are exploring the applications in different sectors like agriculture sector or manufacturing sector or medical sectors. So please reach out, please visit our sites of NMICPS. So there you can see what kind of strength is being created under these hubs. Apart from that, Government of India has recently launched the Quantum Technologies Mission also. So there we will be exploring the quantum technologies for various applications in the actual field. So I just wanted to apprise you that we are not only working on the ground level at the problem solving level, but we are also looking at deeper technological solutions. So we are looking at deep tech also and emerging technologies also. And now our industry has to see how to use those technologies and integrate in their own like working environment. So what part of that technology you would like to use in your own shop setups so as to improve the quality of your product and improve the productivity and in turn improve the wealth generation for the country. So we are not into business of knowledge creation alone. So we are hoping to go much beyond that. So how to convert that knowledge into technology and technology to innovation and reach out to our intended customers. So innovation, in my opinion, is something which fetches money. So ultimately, for doing science or developing a technology, you are putting in a lot of funds, a lot of money is going into the ecosystem for doing any kind of good research. So then if there is no innovation, so we will not be able to realize that value. We will not be able to create that wealth from the system. So to put it back in the well, to create more ideas, generate more products. So it's very important that we have that, attain that supremacy in terms of innovation also. So my compliments to all the partners who have come together to host this event. I could see 6-7 stakeholders who have come together to organize this event. So this event itself is a showcase of collaborative model. How do we work together? So these are different agencies who have different mandates and they are looking at different things. But again, they have found a collaborative platform and each agency, whosoever is participating, will take back home something with them as aligned to their mandate. So similarly, as industry academia also, we have to foster this kind of strong collaboration so that whenever we go back, so we take something which is really relevant to us, which is valuable to us, and which will help in improving our ecosystem, our day-to-day life. So my compliments to all the stakeholders who have come together to organize this event and the Austria gathering who have spared their times and be a part of this event. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Neeta. Now we have the guest of honor of the day, Mr. DPS Kharbanda, CEO, Punjab Bureau of Investment Promotion, Government of Punjab. This man probably is the most committed bureaucrat who has always, brought results, highly result oriented. He is a man who is a high impact leader. I tell you, Kharbanda ji came into the industry. He was transferred to the industry only 2 months back. And you know what happened? That the state of mind of industry from despair to hope to excitement in 2 months. And what we saw was that 90 policies which were not in line, not supporting the growth of the industry, 60 have been rectified in just the first month. And we have no words to express the gratitude from the industry side. We present to you Mr. Kharbanda.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Respected Dr. P J Singh, Chairman CII, Professor C.R. Suri, Dr. Jitendra Kaur Arora, Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Renu Vig, and Dr. Neeta Agarwal from Government of India, and Mr. Rohit Grover from Chairman, Managing Director, JREW Engineering, and my backbone of industry, my industrialist brothers, and top of the thing, the scientists, the academia, the brainchild, the wonderful people, the intellectual people sitting over here. I could see all were listening to the speakers. All spoke very well. Dr. Neeta Agarwal spoke about various Government of India schemes, like financial schemes also, technology board, all schemes. Before I go into detail, I must compliment Dr. P J Singh, his energetic team of CI, who is instrumental in bringing us all together. Generally, I never seen industrialist and academia of your level, IIT level, scientists, all scientists are here sitting together. So 3 cheers to Dr. P J Singh. Can you see, can you raise hands, all the scientists who are sitting over here, scientists please raise hands so that I can connect with you. Okay. And the industrialist, kindly raise hand. Okay, perfectly okay. So, if all are sitting together, why things are not moving? It's a matter of introspection. Why things are not moving? Things are moving, but we have to move with faster pace. Like the guide, I will say the scientists, they are the guide. The intellectual people, they are the guide. They are the teachers, they are the guru. And industrialists, they are to follow. Follow not because the teachers are saying, because if they follow, they will earn more money. Businessmen, industrialists, they follow only one they know only one chapter, that is finance, that is businessman. Naturally, no fault of them. They have to stick to, because if you adhere to new technology, new things, if industries follow, they will earn more money for them, for the nation. Economy will raise, state economy and national economy. So why there is a gap? There was a bigger gap few decades back, but the gap is now decreasing with the help of state governments, with the help of Government of India, with the help of people like Dr. Neeta Agarwal, with the help of Dr. P J Singh and all dignitaries sitting over on the stage, left hand side and right hand side. But still there is a inertia. So since scientists are sitting, I always quote one example. When I name scientist, so I remember, because I am also an engineer, I remember Newton. So all remember Newton? So just to raise your curiosity, so Newton had 3 laws. They are universal laws still prevalent. So I don't check your, because you are a scientist. So what was Newton's first law? So P J Singh will say, an IS officer is delivering speech and he's asking what's Newton's first law. So what was Newton's first law? Can anyone answer me? Newton's first law? Pardon? Law of inertia. Wonderful. So it has two parts. Can you tell me? Yes. What's your good name? So a round of applause for this gentleman. So why I'm saying, you will remember when you go, you're sleeping today, just remember this gentleman answered very wonderfully in a right way. Inertia of rest and inertia of motion. It means everything will keep on in a stationary mode unless until it is moved. That is inertia of rest. And everything will keep on moving unless until it is stopped. That is inertia of motion. So, Dr. APJ Kalam, the top scientist of our India, I always salute him. He said there is another law, that's inertia of mind. Inertia of mind says, no, sorry, I can't do. This is not my baby. ये साइंटिस्ट ने ये नया इंडस्ट्री के लिए पैदा किया है. द इंडस्ट्रियल्स विल से, नो, दिस इज नॉट माई बेबी. माई फादर हैड taught me to perform in this method. My forefather is performing in this method. Scientists तो लोग, they are only confirmed to the laboratories only. They don't know. R&D center, no, sorry. Incubators, sorry, we can't visit, we can't go. So that is inertia of mind. That inertia of mind means a sense of defeat. This is not me, I am happy in my comfort zone. So Dr. P J Singh has done that commendable job to bring all of us out of that inertia of mind, to come out of your comfort zone, to interact, to say hello to scientists, to say hello to incubator owners, to say hello to, people like Anita Agarwal, people like Vice Chancellor PU. Yes, let the new things come inside. Unless until Newton साहब तो चले गए inertia of rest motion दे के, और ये corollary जिसको कहते हैं, it's inertia of mind. So let's keep our mind open. I am just requesting my industrialist brothers, because I am in industry department. I am presently CEO of investment promotion. So investment promotion, I deal, it's a matter of pleasure just to share with you. In Punjab, in the last 1 year, 50,600 crore has been invested in Punjab in last one year. And because of people like you. And this has given employment touching about 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs youngsters, they have got new jobs. So, if we say, what's the need of this industry and academia get together? No, that's a misnomer. So, such type of platform needed. I will request Dr. P J Singh, like all the scientists or the intelligent people are sitting over here, we require practical solutions. This is the first step. Generally what happens, we only remain at the first step. We remain at interaction point. Interaction is good. Invention is good. Creating incubator is good. R&D center is good. But then, jiske liye ye bane hain, those industrialists, I can see Mr. Kolar, he is heading organization from Ludhiana, 2,000-3,000 industrialist association, he is heading that association. I will request people like Mr. Kolar, such type of visiting of those industry to the R&D centers, to the incubators, कि भैया देख के तो आओ ये साइंटिस्ट ने क्या बनाया है, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड इधर छुपा बैठा है, राइट हैंड साइड इधर छुपा बैठा है, पीपल आर नॉट अवेयर। तो सबसे ज़्यादा दर्द किसको होगा? द साइंटिस्ट, you are the teachers, you made some personal one incubator thinking that it will help X field, thinking that it will help Y field, but X Y ने तो वो देखा ही नहीं। तो the maximum pain will come to you कि I had done my job, I had done my research, but the no takers. So here is the need to, जिसको कहते हैं हिंदी में मिलनी कराना। तो हमें मिलनी करानी है इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट और किसकी? एकेडमिया की। मिलनी इज गोइंग ऑन हेयर, दिस मिलनी इज गोइंग ऑन हेयर, बट द मिलनी इन द प्रैक्टिकल फील्ड लेवल हैज़ टू बी डन इन अ प्रॉपर वे, एंड आई एम अवेलेबल फॉर CI एनी टाइम। You kindly make the schedule. Maybe we have lot of industries, textile field, agro industry, hand tools, agri processing, all sort of fields are there. We have to, I will request the scientist sitting over here, you kindly, before the end of the session, in a one-pager note to Dr. P J Singh, you just, I will request Dr. P J Singh or one performer can be made, so that one scientist, one field, one industry, you make in one note, yes, I, Mr. X, son of Mr. Y, scientist at this and such field, so I propose, yes, I can be helpful to textile field, and in textile field there are, how the stitching of the yarn can be done, spinning can be, improved. So where you are, you are excelling in any field, you make a suggestion, so that suggestion based on scientific facts and figures, those can be percolated to grassroots level. So we have number of associations, industrial associations registered with us, like Mr. Kolar is sitting over here. So such type of technical suggestions, your inventions, we can send officially to all the associations, so that they can actually get benefit from your inventions, from your good work done. So that's our requirement, and that's a need of our. So unless until the things go to the grassroots level, thing won't, it won't make much effect. So let's be not on the first step only, let's have second step, third step, fourth step. And I am fully sure with the command with Dr. P J Singh in CI, because CI has a playing wonderful role in Punjab industry, and he was one of the instrumental person. We had in last fortnight we have industrial government interaction, that was Sarkar Sanatkar Milni was head at Amritsar, Jalandhar, Ludhiana, Mohali. So about 500, more than 500 industrialists were there at those functions, and industrialist demands were initially noted down, and the government had acted in their favor. We had announced more than 58 announcements for industrialists, by means of exemption for electricity duty, SGST exemptions, fiscal incentives, all sort of things. There are multiple incentives, so I won't take much of your time. But such type of milnis were Sarkar, Sanatkar Milni. Now is the time also for this intelligent academia industry meet also. So this was one part. I just wanted to share another thing. I am having additional charge of as a administrative secretary technical education also. So I am having ITIs, polytechnics, and technical university with me. We had I am producing about more than 80,000 skill force in Punjab through our ITIs and through our polytechnics. So those skill forces are absorbed by the industrialist. The traditional courses are going on, the draftman, stitching, tailoring, and all those things. So we have industry academia meet from that angle also about 3-4 months back. I think Dr. P J Singh has also attended that meeting. So with the input of industrialists, we have amended ourselves. Let me tell you, I have amended about 20, I had deleted 21 obsolete courses in our ITIs and had introduced new modern age courses like 3D printer, like robotic, like physiotherapeutic technicians. So such type of courses has been introduced because of the input of industrialists. So unless until we change, the only question, I again come to the back, another point, inertia of mind. We have to change ourselves. जो बंदा कहे मुझे तो आता मुझे कौन सिखाएगा, तो उसको कोई नहीं सिखा सकता. सो हमें समझना चाहिए कि यस हमें नॉलेज नहीं है, लेट्स गेन नॉलेज. We should be open to adopt new things. So that's for our betterment. So like we did, we have introduced about 21 new modern courses with the input of industry. So such type of interaction, like scientists are sitting over here. So we should learn from you, the industrialist brothers. So I will request the wonderful platform of CI, who had done a commendable job. So you please kindly, I am available for you. Otherwise क्या होता है कि interactions होती हैं, खाया पिया सब चले गए. So one pager from all scientists, if you can, take their feedback, how they can help the particular industry, so we can materialize the thing. So ultimately, role of industrialist, academia, technocrats, bureaucrats, our role is to implement it, to make our state's economy, to make our country's economy top of the world. That's our role, because we are true Indians. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thanks, Mr. DPS Karbanda, for your words of wisdom. And I assure you, from the side of CII and industry in general, that this inertia of mind, this inertia of rest will get converted into a full-fledged momentum and motion. And I tell you, I assure you, that this is just the beginning. We will continue doing such kind of interactions on a regular basis. And our clubs that we have formed, we will not be limited to 5 clubs. We will have more clubs, so that more and more interactions on a informal level happen. And we will show you that they get converted into real economy, real prosperity, and real commercialization of all the innovations happening in the academia. You will see on the ground. Thank you for your words of wisdom. And now I request Mr. Rohit Guru for a very quick vote of thanks.
Very quick, very quick. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure and gratitude as I stand before you to deliver the word of thanks for this conference on industry-focused research, TEC 2023. Let me begin by expressing our deepest appreciation to our distinguished guests, without whom this conference wouldn't have reached such heights. A special thank you to Mr. DPS Karbanda, CEO Invest Punjab, Government of Punjab, Dr. Anita Agrawal, Head Technology Development Transfer, DST, Government of India, Professor Renu Vig, Vice Chancellor, Punjab University, and Dr. Jitendra Kaur Arora, Executive Director, Punjab State Council for Science and Technology. We also thank Professor C.R. Suri, Chairman, and Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, AGM SBI. Your insights and presence added immense value to our discussions today. And I also congratulate Dr. P J Singh for this successful conference connecting academia and industry that would definitely generate value by this initiative. And I must say that maybe this industry and academia was in the rest, and now it is in the inertia of motion. So I think now the ball has started rolling, so it will definitely generate more things and more value in future, in the years to come. And we also extend our heartfelt thanks to all the scientists who shared their expertise, experiences, and knowledge during the sessions. Each presentation, each address was a beacon of wisdom, contributing significantly to the depth and diversity of our discussions. So your dedication to advancing industry-focused research is truly commendable. A special acknowledgement to our audience, comprising experts, researchers, and innovators from various sectors. Your active participation and engaging questions enriched the dialogue, making this conference a vibrant and dynamic platform for knowledge exchange. As we express our gratitude, let me remind you that the day has not yet concluded. Several exciting sessions are yet to unfold, covering diverse sectors. I earnestly urge industry members to attend sessions of your preference. Your engagement will further enhance the collaborative spirit of this conference. In closing, let's carry forward the momentum of collaboration, innovation, and progress. The partnerships formed and knowledge shared during this conference are seeds that will blossom into transformative initiatives. Thank you all for being part of this remarkable journey. The day is not over yet, and we look forward for your continued participation in the upcoming session. Thank you so much.